This is the story of how we planted almost 3,000 calamansi trees over 3 days.
Evidence that I do work for 5 minutes in the shade. Good morning from an almost mystical Agusan del Sur. This lot is all prepared, and today the exciting part begins, which is we're going to plant. We've got 1,000 of them. I went to pick them up yesterday, brought them down this road with care. You see there's a barrier there, it's been closed off to trucks because unfortunately the limestone's fine, it's the earth underneath it because of the rain is so saturated that it easily drops with the weight. We'll unload these and then I've got to go get back and get the people.
But there seem to be some issues with that.
Currently trying to find people to work, which is interesting. Luckily we've had 2 people come by and were free, so they can work. Some of the ones who were meant to be working were drunk last night and can't work today, or have other family reasons. So, always fun, always very interesting. We'll be alright. There's lots of people.
First, our master explains how to plant.
Ayaw ka na Ada pitang adlaw anaon ninyo sa niya. Kaya ninyo sa kuan anaon jud ninyo di na iduta kay mataktak ng kuan mamatay. Anaon ninyo anaon. Talaga ni bunga dayon kuan kinilang karpa. Dili karpa. Oh dili lison.
Bawi lison. Toyo lang kulang.
Sili.
Sili, sili pun.
Ay na dinot kay ba. Malos tong kuan patay jud siya. Ya tarungon pagsamad.
Oh.
Mo ni pagtanggal. Tarungon pagtanggal kay magasgasan.
These seedlings must be handled with great care.
Oman mga gamot. Tapos si Kuya.
Kani tarungon pagtanom karon di kuan mabuhi.
Oo.
Karon mabuhi mamungag daghan.
Ana.
So these are mark cut, so they're literally just cuttings of an established plant. Small branches, put them in water, let them grow roots, and then you put the roots straight in. They have calamansi on them already. Can't harvest it. I have way too many people working for me today after my initial problem of I don't have anyone. The real experienced guys aren't here, and I just gave them a call this morning. They're not going to cut today, they're not going to do that today, so I'm going to get these experienced guys to come check tomorrow and possibly to fix. Let's see. We think we've got it right. I've got one experienced guy.
And by lunchtime we were done, and it immediately started to rain.
And I was really worried earlier, but it was warm all morning, and the rain's a blessing. It really is. I just hope they're in the ground and I feel much better. We're done by lunchtime, which means I had way too many people, and it was way too many people to handle. This afternoon, down at the bottom, I didn't take my camera with me, but some of those areas are full of water. We can't plant there because it'll just kill them. They don't need to be absolutely saturated with water. I'm just going to dig some canals down the bottom. I haven't had to fertilise this. The soil's full of nutrients. Just got to watch it the next couple of months. Just monitor.
With everything in the ground, I headed to my new Suki Carinderia.
Ako na put! Ay! Oh, no, put. No. Yeah! No. Ay, nag-video ka?
Ay, video ko sa kanal. Gusto mo tanong siguro.
Ay, hi!
Hi! Oh!
Hey! Tak, magkaon ka bon. Bicol Express siguro. Oh. Tapos, ice ka isa ka rice. Diet daw, isa ka rice. Tapos, ay, calamansi. Sige, calamansi. Tanong ko, calamansi ka bon.
Calamansi, sure. Dahan na, calamansi.
Na. Ako, mahimo ko, na.
Oh, mahimo na kani.
I woke up at 4 o'clock. to the sound of the radio, apparently. Before the chickens, it was dark. Haven't had time to cook. I feel like cool-ass vlogging in a calendaria, except I'm always here. Oh, I'm tired now. Oh, I can make this soon. So I'm just gonna step in a canal. This canal already exists, it's just full of other stuff. And when it's full of other stuff, it's gonna flood rather than actually hold water like it's meant to. So all we're doing, we'll do this, open it up, make it deeper. Yeah, you control the water basically. You can. There are ways to do this. And then what we can actually do in the long run is make this water work for us as well. So it's water management, that's all.
Maybe this water can feed a fish pond in the future.
Tinuod man, Daot ka?
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Davao de Oro, sir.
Mga Agusanon, no?
Sa kuan di babawon siya.
Ah, okay. Mau man mo trabaho sa una, no?
Maghagbas, kargada pa nga kung kahoy, sir.
Mau ba?
The Datu's out here are very hard working.
So nagtanong ka og lemoncito sa una, no?
Yes, sir. Sa kuan, sa maitom.
And later on, we were able to test out the canals.
This isn't working. This is good, really good for the plants because their roots will develop quickly. We didn't take the caldero, need it for coffee. I'm gonna go try and borrow some hot water. I think I can. Legendary. They're gonna heat some water for me. Thermos. And take it down. Oi! Hala! I need that motor, oi! Okay, we've saved merienda time. We've saved it. Bahal! Tuba lang! Tungog lang! Sige, tala siya og kuan. Mga baso. Okay ra.
Kilala ko kasabaw ni mga pipo.
Ha?
Ay tilapia.
Oh, mag-sweldo ko tanan. Asa gikang tilapia?
Sa Santa Jose pa, sir. Ito, pero mahal. Mahal.
Nakuha ko! Kira kaayo. Day 2. This is like a weekly diary at the moment. It's not a daily diary because all I'm doing at the moment is bantaing the work. I'm just watching over the work, making sure people are doing things in the right places. It's really not exciting at all. So I just filmed the basics of what we're doing and then it's that times 10,000. But Atet, big guy, he's coming back today. So he'll be able to bantai that. Mama, Nell, Lily, they haven't come back because they've still got things to do in Davao, which is annoying timing, but that's life. Today, I've got to call him up. I've got to check they're actually going to be cutting today. I hope they're cutting today so we can work again tomorrow. And the baby chainsaw, the chain needs a new lock. Something's come loose on it. So I've got to take that to the shop and hope they have the parts for it. New lock, it needs a lock. Because we still have these annoying, massive weed roots. The weeds that have become like trees because they've been there for like 20 years. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen today. Let's see. Hopefully things will go up. I hide from the rain and there's no signal. I'm going to try it from this box up here. Signal spot. Good news. 1,000 today, 1,000 tomorrow. We can do this. We can get this done by Saturday. And that's the best news I need is here all week. Find signal eventually. Just got to wander around and hope it's there. And now I need to put a rain jacket on, as well as a helmet.
And eventually, we got a break in the rain.
I see it's coming back though. It's that time of year. It's perfect though because when it's hot, the seedlings will root. When it rains, the seedlings will really root in the ground, so it's all good. This year, the guys who supply me, hectares and hectares, they've been doing this for years, but they only started off with a small plot. And that's how you do it, you grow and grow. And you see from the patterns, there's patterns. They're not all perfect, but we can definitely dream. So I came to a good supplier, and some of the guys working for me used to work for him too. So they've learned something along the way, I hope. I'm going to Trento. Let's go do some off-roading through the water. Oh, it's not that bad. I need fuel. Full tank.
Full tank.
Full tank. Ayaw mo sungo.
Ka na mo. Sige, swag libak.
Nagsunggo kataan.
Swag libak. Parang
Wak man, hindi mo beligya.
Salamat.
Salamat. They told me to find the big hardwares on the highway, and I've just driven like all the way through Tagum, Trento. New places, I forget the names of them.
So I asked some locals instead.
Nasa highway, sa kwan sa highway. Unsay kwan, unsay pangalan sa hardware. Matt. Yeah, everyone says it's on the highway, but I can't see anything on the highway. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I need to go and find an optician. I still can't see any. Oh, wait. Okay, perfect. I see what I need. I see exactly what I need. I was about to turn off and give up. Bearing, chains, oils, lubricants. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I need. But it would be, but they're closed.
So the mission continued inside the poblacion.
Nain na Daot ang lock. There is a kadina, baby chainsaw. Oh, nakay ko ang lock lang.
lock lang.
Oh. Wala. Kuan. Nakay ko ang kadina, bagong kadina.
Sa taas ni sir.
20? Oh, 20. Kuan. O naibilig yo, kuan lock lang. There yo, muwag. Kadina lang.
Kadina gyud.
Oh, ay lisod mang ito lock lang. As I thought, I didn't think you could just buy the... Oh, it's a massive hardware opposite as well. I didn't think you could just buy the other part, but maybe we can fix this later. Spare.
And that afternoon, I came back to collect seedlings batch 2.
Yes! Okay, shout out now. Team Kiat. Appeal go, Team Kiat.
But today, there's only 664.
I've really got all the masters in to plant today, but the difference is they're putting the dead grass, the dead weeds at the bottom because it protects the stem, and it also it'll rot, so it'll go into the soil again. So this is really a big help. I tried to explain that to them the other day, but my Bisaya is not good enough. My system works like this. We've got 2 guys putting them out, then we've got 5 guys digging holes, 5 guys planting. But when they dig holes, they don't just dig holes, they clean the whole area and prepare the dead grass to be put there. So it works.
Labot mga pads! Welcome to my libot.
Makalimot ka. Master mo dyan.
Mga master daw. Naapod di sa ka-master. Naapod, master bake ka. Master chef.
Ako man ang burag naigahaw mo.
Muwag villain ka sa movie.
So ni kuan ni Abraham.
Abraham! Ang kuskan. Napa, kamayra.
And I took the opportunity to buy merienda early.
Nang
Mali ba ni? Sama ni.
Ayaw na. Twisted mo na.
imoha na. O diet ka.
Dili may go sa kuan ni, gamay kay sa kalamon na niyo.
The guy selling breads come past, which is good because we have lots of choice, it's fresh and it's cheaper.
Asa gikan ni Manong?
Santaw sipa sir.
Oo, Santo Sepa.
Kulang duwa.
Unom, oo.
So, kulang isa.
Ang isa, imoha.
Tabi 5 man no.
Tag 20 ra.
And that afternoon, I did a tiny bit of work.
I'm not doing a very good job at this. It's a bit hot. Quite warm. Last. I'm hiding in the shade. I'm trying to do this while holding a phone in one hand as well, which is not working very well for me. This I'm going to tie on there. Okay, imagine. And that. Evidence that I do work for 5 minutes in the shade.
Daat.
It's very Daot. These are better. So today I hope he has the complete amount. I'm really hoping. It's really hot today. So he was saying that when it's hot, sunny, they root easily. Maybe we can have like 1,200, 300. That means we can finish tomorrow.
And it's good news. And I just want to end this video with some thoughts about this.
Where did the wind come from? When I was down there, like walking down, I put yellow, red all the way around so they had an idea of where to start. Doing that, it wasn't, there was no wind. Definitely no wind. This is kind of satisfying, you know, seeing, you know, this journey of trying agriculture and farming actually started here in 2016 with this lot right here. The first one I ever acquired, my savings from Australia. Yeah, and I always thought it just went straight down. I had no idea about the shape of the land, and it was always just big weeds. There was nothing much to it, to be honest. And so it's so nice now to see we're making it productive and we're planting stuff. Because weeds, they're terrible for the earth. But at least this one hillside now, we're planting something. And I was thinking about this earlier, that even if this wasn't where I was born, maybe this isn't my place, whatever, I'm here and I'm gonna do something in the country that's now my home, land that I've somehow gained possession of course with my wife. I can't own it by myself. Yeah, I'm planting something, we're producing something, we're putting something into the earth that in a few years is going to breathe. And with the fruit, hopefully it'll be a success. But the best thing about planting fruit trees are, number one, you plant things in the earth that grow, that breathe. But also you plant something that has food. And I'm also still trying to study the way the land goes, what we can put in between, how to create some sort of ecosystem, because it's important to be in balance with this. And yeah, it's calamansi. And really when I did this, I had the choice of calamansi, lanzones, durian. You could plant coconut, but coconut's not really native to this area. Falcata is native, but I've planted falcata. I had falcata. I haven't harvested it yet, but it's difficult. And then when you harvest it all, you're harvesting in big batches. It's kind of not how nature intended, you know. So yeah, I went for calamansi. It suits the soil. The soil is kind of slightly acidic, 5.5 to 6 pH. And it's full of nutrients because it's not been farmed for a long time, except for these bananas that keep on coming back. Oh, you could also grow bananas here, I guess, but bananas, they don't last long. You have to keep spraying them, and it's never mind. It's not my style. This, as I can see, is fairly close to nature, and that's kind of important for me, you know. And of course, if I look at the numbers do look good for calamansi. They do. They look like something that's actually practical in the long run. It might take 5 years to get there, but they'll start fruiting after 1 or 2 years. But the big harvests, yeah, 5 years realistically. It's much better to have something productive and something that breathes than just leave it stagnant, leave it dormant. And that's, for me, even if it wasn't super productive, at least I know that I've planted almost 3,000 trees here. In addition to the other ones I've planted in other places, but at least I know that, hey, you talk of buying land, owning land, now it's realistically, you're the custodian of the land in this generation. Even if you just lease it, you're the custodian. And for me, it's just about taking care of that and making sure there's something left for the next generation. And in some places, yeah, you can plant fruit. In some places, it's good to plant kind of the forest trees, the hardwood, yeah. Without saying too much, I have other places in mind for planting hardwood. And I've planted some hardwood. I have other places in mind that I'll show you in the future. But for now, it's fruit. There's lots of them. I've showed you all these red and yellow, and now the hillside looks even more barren than it did before when it was just weeds. But I know very well I have to make this barren in order to make it productive. If I don't make it barren, I try to plant calamansi here, it won't grow because calamansi likes the sun. It likes the sun. This soil, it faces the sun and the path of the sun. It's well drained. Perfect. I've dug some canals. I just can't get away from them. I think I'm gonna dig a fish pond at the bottom. And remember those red tilapia I used to grow that went really, really big? There's a hatchery just down the road. And so I saw that and said, like, let's take some lessons from one of the... That was one of the greatest lessons of my life and one of the greatest failures. But we can take some lessons about, actually, the red tilapia was the one thing that almost salvaged it, you know? Red tilapia is fantastic. So, yeah, let's see, you know? Let's see where it takes us. But all we can do is try, you know? And over the next few years, I'll be back here, they're not, and back here, they're not. I'll be doing just the right amount of checking on things because it's important now, it's critical in fact now, that we let these grow right, and that we maintain them right and we take care of them. And actually, what I also like with the calamansi is there are guys here who really know how to do this. Let's walk back. And at the end of that, the camera decided it was too hot and had to cut out, so I'd forgotten what I was talking about. But I hope in this I can provide some sort of purpose, some sort of inspiration, something that can, yeah, you know? Because a lot of people's lives are out here in places like this, in the provinces, and yeah, there's a lot that can really, this is life out here, you know? This is life. And it's good. It's not easy. It's blooming sweaty down there. I'm glad it's a bit of wind here, but that's life, you know. And this is where food comes from. Places like this.